Welcome to the meeting number 11 of Spearhead Toastmaster. I am Paramita Sargent Adams for today. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. You are now inside the code of conduct of a Toastmasters meeting. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and that it may not be possible to pause the recording. The following are the meeting rules. Please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting will result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that your noise-making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, and politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience for others you would like to have for yourself. TMOD, TTM, and GE, please ensure a smart audio video check before handing over to the respective role players. Role players, please rename yourself as role player, hyphen your name, hyphen your club name. You may omit the club name if you are a member of Spearhead Toastmasters. Please acquaint yourself with the role of the timer. The timer will use background change, sharing to indicate time using one of the three cards. Green means that you have reached the minimum qualifying time. Yellow indicates that it is good time to start concluding. Red specifies that you have 30 seconds more or you will be disqualified. Individual session timings will be explained in due time. We encourage you to use Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating, please stay on mute until specifically requested to unmute. Polls will be launched after each section and they will be closed after 30 seconds. Now, I would like to introduce the presiding officer today. She is a beautiful lady, charming Toastmaster Ayushi Kumar.
Thank you, Sadat Atan, for doing such a commendable job and kicking off the meeting in style. Today, I would like to wish a happy Independence Day to all of you guys. And I'm glad to see the plethora of guests today. I will request everyone to keep your videos on. Today, we have a very intriguing theme, which says that no strings attached, which means that so there should be the freedom in thoughts and in mind. On that note, I would like to congratulate the TMOD for bringing such an intriguing theme. But before that, I would like to acknowledge the wonderful guests who have joined today, which is Jim, welcome to the meeting. Avinash, I could see Madhu and Deepika. I'm so chasing. So we would like all of you to come forward during the table topic sessions where you will going to get the chance to speak. And you can share your feedback at the end of the meeting. Now, I will hand over the stage to the ever charming TMOD Raghani.
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. Imagine waking up tomorrow with no monetary constraints, no limitations at all, and the freedom to choose your perfect day. Let's do an activity. Close your eyes, and I will open the gallery view to check if everybody's eyes is closed. Perfect. And imagine, where would you wake up? How would you spend your time on your perfect day? Who would you spend it with? What would your day look like? smell like, sound like, and feel like. And you can open your eyes now. I'm very sure most of you would not have been able to process all the questions in your mind or maybe answer them. You know why? Because we have never actually thought about or imagined our perfect day. Because somewhere along the way, we stopped chasing our dreams, we stopped imagining what our perfect lives would look like, and we start handing over the reins to society, who told us what to do, how to live, and even how to think. Agree? Yes, don't agree? No? Okay, let me prove it to you. I need a volunteer. Please raise your hands. Come on, this is not a table topic. Okay, I pick Deepika. Do we have Deepika? Can we please spotlight her?
Okay, yes. Hi, Ragini.
Hi, Deepika. So I'll ask you 4 questions and you have to answer all my questions in a blink of an eye, whatever comes to your mind first. Perfect?
Yep, sure. Yep.
Favorite color?
White.
Favorite actor?
Karina.
Favorite member of the club?
Ragini.
Are you dating someone? Okay, time's up. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for volunteering. What did you observe from this activity? I will explain. This is how our mind functions. So I asked her 4 questions. The 2 of the starting questions did not include any judgment from the society. So she took the call spontaneously. And this is not about her, it's about any other person who I would have picked up. The third question required some hesitation because again our mind starts functioning in the way, what if I spoke his name? What if I did not speak her name? Because we have everybody present here, right? And the fourth question, which was quite personal, I understand. And it is very natural for us to get uncomfortable with such questions. But my point is not that you answer such question, but also if you don't feel comfortable, how many times are we comfortable to speak statements like, I don't want to answer this question. I don't feel comfortable to answer this question. Or maybe, who are you to ask me such a personal question? We don't, right? Because we are bound with external factors, thinking people around would judge us, thinking what people would think, that if are we rude or are we being very straightforward, etc., etc. Hence, freedom lets us talk how we want and explain about ourselves to be how we want. You can protest for what you believe is right, and even if it's wrong, you are able to express it, and that's freedom. Our freedom fighter Mahatma Gandhi rightly quoted, a no uttered from deepest conviction is better than a yes merely uttered to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. With this thought in our minds and hearts, let me explain to you the structure of a Toastmasters meeting. We have the prepared speeches, where speakers prepare their speeches in advance and deliver their prepared speeches. Then we have table topic section, where guests and Toastmasters who have not got a chance to speak are invited on stage to speak on a topic given instantly. Last but not the least, we have the evaluation section, where everyone gets a chance to improve. Because not to forget, making a choice does not make you free of its consequences. Hence, to prepare us for the consequences in the Toastmasters meeting forum today, please allow me to call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Vishakha Sharma, who is going to explain and conduct the evaluation section.
Thank you so much, Ragini. A very happy Independence Day to everyone. Hi, Vishakha. I'm the general evaluator for today. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Area Director Toastmaster Mehul to our meeting. Welcome Mehul to our meeting. My job starts with the moment the meeting room opens. I will evaluate every aspect of the meeting and the role players that took the role in the meeting. Today, we have two speakers. First speech is by speaker Distinguished Toastmaster Padma Kumar, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Manpinder. And the second speaker is Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Mehul. I trust my evaluators to provide the speakers with a constructive and encouraging feedback. Main point of any conversation is getting people interested in the point being conveyed. As a listener, it is very easy to get distracted. A good conversationist is the one who can deliver a comprehensible message concisely and on time. To help our speakers with these aspects, I have an amazing team of tag role players. To make sure that the speaker is on time, we have our timer, Toastmaster Rama. Today, we have two speeches, each for 5 to 7 minutes. Timer will show the green card at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes till the speaker concludes the speech. For table topics, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. Green card will be shown at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes till the speaker concludes the speech. Please note, the timer will be using screen sharing for sharing the timing cards. Our second role player is our counter, who will take notes on how precise the message delivered is. Toastmaster Paramita will take notes on the usage of the filler words like, so, and, now, or sounds like or if there are any unintentional pauses in the speech. Last but not the least, we have our grammarian who will make sure that the message is comprehensible. Toastmaster Surbhi will note the good usages and not so good usages of the grammar. To introduce us with the word of the day, I would like to invite Toastmaster Surbhi.
Thank you, Ms. General Evaluator. And today, on this 75th Independence Day, wearing the pride on our shoulders, I thought to give you a word that can define your choices. So the word of the day is autonomy, and it is used as a noun, and the adjective form is autonomous. The meaning of this word is the act or power of making one's own choices or decisions. It is also used when someone has independence in one's thoughts or actions. Now, let me give you some examples. Autonomy should not be something you have to deserve. It is something that you naturally have. Also, most of us need autonomy from our own limiting thoughts and beliefs. I request you all to please use the word of the day in your speeches and reports, and I'll be coming towards the end of the meeting when Ms. General Evaluator calls me to present my report. Over to you, Ms. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Surbhi. So all the speakers and role players are encouraged to use the word of the day. And as audience, we need to appreciate all the word of the day usages by showing the reaction of the thumbs up. All the best to all the role players and speakers. Over to you, Toastmaster Ragini.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Technically, the definition of freedom is the condition of being free from restraints. But to me, freedom is more than that. Freedom is having the right to be me and express myself, to choose my own moral compass, make my own decisions. To me, freedom means to be able to learn from my mistake, allowing myself to confidently express and live my day. Similarly, in the first section of our Toastmasters meeting, our prepared speakers today will speak autonomously on their chosen topics. Before I welcome the first speaker, I would like his evaluator, Toastmaster Manpinder, to please read out his objectives.
Thank you, Ragini. So Padma Kumar will be giving his icebreaker speech today, and the title is Four Phases. The purpose of this project is to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. Timer, please note that the time of speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Thank you, Ragini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manpinder. With this, please allow me to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Padma Kumar as our first speaker. Can we have a quick audio and video check for him?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, you are clearly visible and audible.
Thank you.
Distinguished Toastmaster Padma, four phases, distinguished Toastmaster Padma.
Namaste. My name is Tagari Anantakrishnan Padma Kumar. Tagari Anantakrishnan Padma Kumar. Tap, tap, tap. Anantakrishnan is my father's name, and Tagari is our Taravad or ancestral home. And that's how names in Kerala are structured. For example, K.J. Yesudas is Kattaseri Joseph Yesudas. Kattaseri is his Taravada and Joseph is his father. Let me drive you through my life so far in 4 stages, each ranging from 7 to 10 years. These 4 stages can be titled as tri-phase, bi-phase, school phase, and car phase. Obvious. So no prizes for guessing. These 4 stages map to the years I used a tricycle, and then a bicycle, then a scooter, and finally a car. My tri-phase was in Thiruvananthapuram, the capital city of Kerala. I did my early schooling in St. Mark's Convent and then in Model School. Model School was where the Malayalam superstar Mohanlal also studied. A few years senior to me, but still I sometimes mention it to show the spectrum of talent that Model School has created. Wink, wink. My bi-phase was in Madurai, a small town in Tamil Nadu that thinks of itself as a city. It's a bustling town, extremely hot for most part of the year. And most people have a dark chocolate tan. So if I tell you that when I was born, I was like white chocolate and became a dark chocolate during those years in Madurai, do believe me. My school phase was in Chennai, again in Tamil Nadu. I do not know how true this is, but my friends tell me that I used to offer rides to a lot of girls on my scooter. Nothing out of the ordinary, you may say. However, they also allege that I used to choose roads which had the maximum number of bumps when I took the girls on the scooter. I claim complete amnesia here and leave it to your kind judgment. My car phase began when I started working. My first car was a green Fiat. It only needed major repairs once a month. And honking required precise knowledge of where to press and how to press. Otherwise, it was a trusted companion. The next one was a Maruti 800, and then an Accent, and then a Scorpio. I bought the Scorpio since my family loved it when we took it for a test ride. However, on most days when I drive this monster all by myself, I feel very guilty. Thinking about environment and the green movement. So now I have bought a Swift Desire for shorter journeys. I have a very loving wife who teaches in an IB school called Silver Oaks in Hyderabad. I have two boys and both of them are now very well settled. Whenever I feel depressed or sad about anything, I look at their photo on my table and all my sadness evaporates. Here is my epitaph on how I want to be remembered after my time on this planet. Tagali Ananta Krishnan Padmakumar was a fun guy to have around. He valued relationships. He loved the world and each friend with a passion beyond compare. But most of all, he was partial to Toastmasters. That even after he passed away, his tapping can be heard when you enter happening clubs like Spearhead Toastmasters. Tap, tap, tap. Over to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Padma. Let us now observe 1 minute of silence for the members to provide their feedback on a personal chat window. Thank you, timer, Toastmaster Rama. Now, before I invite my second speaker on stage, please help me welcome his evaluator, Toastmaster Mehul, to state his objectives.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ragini. The second speaker today will be delivering the speech from the project Evaluation and Feedback. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech on any topic. Gramarian, if you allow me to say, on any topic, autonomously on any topic, and receive feedback and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. I wish the speaker all the best, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehul. And now please help me welcome our second speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. Can we have a quick audio video check for you?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are perfectly audible and visible. Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder, a miracle, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder.
I am going to start by quoting George Carlin. We live on a blue planet that circles this giant ball of fire next to a moon that causes the oceans to move. And you still don't believe in the miracle? Ladies and gentlemen, what is a miracle? A miracle is something that was not supposed to happen, but it does. And today, I am here to talk to you about a miracle that happened in each one of our lives. Many years ago, I heard this story, which kind of sums up the choices we have today. Unfortunately, I was never able to corroborate the story through the internet or through other sources, nor do I have all the names in place. It is likely that the story is a figment of imagination. What is definitely not an imagination is that I heard the story at a conference for school teachers back when I was a school teacher. I'm talking 1996. A lot of you might not have been born around that time. Here is the story. A famed British economist, some people say it was Harold Lasky, met Gandhi and questioned him on his demand for Indian independence. According to the economist, an independent India would be a land of anarchy, where there would be corruption, bloodshed, and pretty much everything that could go wrong with a country trying to find its feet in a new world. It would not stay united. It would fall apart and possibly be ruled by another country. Gandhi listened to the economist patiently, as was his nature. And then, after a moment of silence, he said something along the following lines. Everything that you say, sir, might come true. And it is a very real possibility that India may fall apart. Yes, you are right. We will have problems. But you know what? They will no longer be your problems. They will be the problems of the people of the Republic of India. Ladies and gentlemen, today when you look back, you have to agree that for a country that was supposed to disintegrate, we have done very well. When you look around, you see that not many of our neighbors are epitomes of democratic values. And yet, we are a thriving, not just surviving, democracy. We are a nation of more than 1 billion people, which means that we are a nation of more than 1 billion opinions. And each of these opinions is trying to pull our country in its own direction. We should break apart. Yet, miraculously, every day, every morning, this country finds a way to move forward. I will not say that we are where we should be. There have been problems. It is often said that there is no such thing as a miracle. I say that the kind of presence India enjoys on the world stage today is a miracle in itself. After all, a miracle is something that should not happen, but it does anyway. Far from being a country on the verge of disintegration, we are a vibrant democracy. Yes, we've missed some opportunities. We could have done something better. But keep in mind, we're a democracy for only 75 years. If you look at it in the context of world history, it is not even a moment. Today, as we celebrate our 75th Independence Day, I urge all Indians and their well-wishers to focus not on how far we have to go or how far we could have gone, but to pause for a moment and focus on how far we've come. And in that one moment, I want you to wish each other a very happy Independence Day. So how's that for a miracle? The cynics will say that is not a miracle. And to the cynics, I will quote George Carlin once again. We live on a blue planet that circles a giant ball of fire next to the ocean next to the moon that causes the oceans to move. And you still don't believe in a miracle? Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. And let us now observe a minute of silence for members to provide their feedback to our second speaker, Rupinder Singh, on a personal chat window. Thank you, timer Toastmaster Rama. And to both the speakers, thank you for your exhilarating and awakening thoughts. I am not a very insecure person, but sometimes in those quiet, vulnerable moments, you can't help but let others' opinions get to you. I get so many comments stating, "You look so short in that dress." Or could you take out those heels? I want to see your real height. Excuse me, did I ever ask you to take out that shirt because I want to see your fat belly? Okay, but sometimes I admit that I get disturbed. I start searching for an outfit that doesn't make me look short or those camera angles that make me look tall. And now I'm like, wait a minute, I am short. And since when has that become a problem? Since society thought it was a problem. Or for that matter, what if we were to get a new member for our Spearhead Toastmasters Club from LGBTQ community tomorrow? I don't know when will we have the freedom and empathy to take people as they are and accept ourselves as we are. See, I can't say about 136 crore Indians out there, but at least we 19 members hope to find this in ourselves today till the time we exit this meeting. Our freedom fighter B.R. Ambedkar rightly quoted, "So long as you do not achieve the social liberty, whatever freedom is provided by the law is of no avail to you." With this thought, let us move to the next section of our Toastmasters meeting, where you can actually practice freedom of expression, table topics section. To conduct this section, I would now like to call upon our table topics master, Toastmaster Ayushi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ragini. We all have quests for learning, and let's enhance this quest by trying the table topic sessions. Table topic sharpens our impromptu speaking. It helps to organize our thoughts and encourage us to speak in every situation. The time limit for this is 2 to 3 minutes. At 1 minute, the timer will show green tar. At 1.5 minutes, it will show a yellow card, and at 2 minutes, it will show the green card. So let's get the ball rolling. And can I have my first volunteer out here? Or shall I pick? Avinash, do you want to try?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the topic is comedy is a very delicate business, no strings attached. Toastmasters Avinash. Toastmasters Avinash, comedy is a very delicate business, no strings attached. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayushi, for that topic. I believe in this statement that comedy is a very delicate thing. I have said this in a couple of meetings prior in some other club. When I was studying in my 10th standard and me being slightly in the darker side, people used to make fun of me based on my color. Even though the people who used to make fun of me were of slightly lighter shade, even though they saw it in the fun perspective, that had a huge impact on me for a very long time. And that broke me completely, and that made me feel shy to even come out and take a stage or to come out of my personal space. And after a long time of struggle, I came out of that, and I understood that making someone fun on sensitive topics is not right at any point of time. Even though if they are your close friends, even though they do not have any personal touch to that, it doesn't add up to the particular person, because you never know what the other person is feeling. I completely agree on it, and comedy is not always an easy thing to do, especially when it comes to comments which are slightly personal. Over to you, Toastmaster Ayushi.
Thank you, Avinash. It was a wonderful try. And I completely agree that the comedy shall be used in all ways a subtle manner that it should not harm the other person. Can I have my next volunteer, please? Jim, do you want to try?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the topic for you is that the good thing about kids is that they will tell you the truth, no strings attached. Toastmasters Jim, the good thing about kids is that they will tell you the truth, no strings attached.
How many of you here have grandchildren? I've got 3. Lucky for me, when they were very young, they couldn't speak English. See, they live in Sweden. But now they speak in English. Grandpa, you're fat. No strings attached. They have autonomy to say whatever they want. And I have to be nice. I have to be very nice. Or my privileges to seeing them will be reduced. Have you ever been stuck in that position? Lots of strings attached, only to you. The kids can do anything they want. Now they like the juiciest, messiest fruit, mangoes. Their hands are full of mango, or cake, the cream, and they're all over the house. And I can't say anything. Oh, we don't discipline the kids. We give them autonomy to be able to express themselves, to experiment and to experience different things. But this is my house. Can't we have them with clean hands to experiment? Lots of strings attached unfairly, only to me. So whenever you have kids or grandkids, know this, there are many strings attached. And it is how you maneuver with lots of strings attached that will describe your success or failure. Back to you, Ayushi.
What a try, Jimre. And I was very shocked to see that you have 3 grandkids. You look so young, Jim. So can I have my next volunteer? Deepika, do you want to try? Okay. The topic for you is that my life is a blank check for what? No strings attached. Toastmaster Deepika, my life is a blank check before God, no strings attached.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Deepika. We can't hear you now also. I'm not able to hear.
Deepika, you might want to remove your headphones completely and then.
Okay.
Now we can hear you.
Hi. Okay. Hi. So thank you, Ayushi, for giving me a topic. So I would like to share that I have lived my life the way I have always wanted it to be. So, since going to school, so whatever I have liked to do, whatever, so that's what the career I have chosen to be in finance. So I have always lived my passion, and now also just to build a good network and connect with people and learn Toastmasters. So I've joined Toastmasters as well to elevate my leadership game and leadership style. So yeah, so this is what my life has been the way I wanted it to be always, and just live it with the fullest independence and autonomy that we were just talking about on this Independence Day, that we all should have that freedom to live the way we always wanted it to be. And I would encourage everyone to, don't pass their judgments to everybody or other people around you. Just have empathy towards everybody. So that's all I would like to say, Toastmaster Ayushi. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepika. And I completely agree with you that we should have empathy for all, right? And we should never misjudge others. Now, can I have my next volunteer? Toastmaster Kanika, do you want to try?
Yes, Ayushi, I would like to try.
So your topic is no strings attached. Your love is so Wi-Fi. Toastmaster Kanika, no strings attached. Your love is so Wi-Fi.
I did not get the topic. Your love is what?
Your love is so
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Wireless.
Okay. No strings attached. My love is so Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the topic, Ayushi. It's a very innovative topic, I must say. So what I would like to say here is, now that I think of it, I definitely agree with the fact that my love is Wi-Fi, because in today's day and time when everyone is living in social isolation, my loved ones, I hope, have not felt that I have neglected them and I have used all possible technologies and social media to interact with them, keep in touch with them. And one of the biggest example of this would be my grandparents, who do not live with us, but I am extremely attached to them. So I make it a point to speak to them, to call them. And I would just like to share a memory. Since today is Independence Day, I have spent my childhood with my grandparents, and we had memories of hoisting the flag every Independence Day. And we would have puri and aloo ki sabzi for breakfast and jalebi. So whenever Independence Day comes, and I think till I become an old person, every time in Independence Day, even if I don't eat it, I will always relate Independence Day with that breakfast. I'm sure we all have certain meals which we relate to with certain festivals. So I have not spoken to them yet, and my day does not feel complete. So I will make it a point to speak to them after this Toastmaster meeting ends. And they sent me a video of their flag hoisting of the same space where we used to hoist the flag. So definitely, I feel that in today's day and time, our love should be like Wi-Fi. It should be able to reach everyone, no matter which country, which state, which town they are in, and our loved ones should feel loved. And we should have the autonomy to make sure that our loved ones feel loved. So that is what I would like to say here. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanika. It is so nice to know that you took that you take like so great care of your grandparents. And even I would like to have that aloo puri in breakfast maybe tomorrow. Can I have my next volunteer, please? I could see Pratima. Do you want to try? Okay. So your topic is, I think the freedom of speech is important, but it is coupled with responsibility. Toastmaster Paramita, I think the freedom of speech is important, but it is coupled with responsibility. Over to you, Toastmaster Paramita.
Thank you, table topic master. Am I audible? Just a quick check.
Yes, yes, you are.
So I remember a very famous saying which goes like, with great power comes great freedom. With great power comes great responsibility. I would just like to add to it and say that with great freedom comes greater responsibility. And I really agree with what Ayushi has said as the topic. I truly believe that yes, being freedom for us means being true to ourselves, being authentic, taking our own choices, standing up for our own selves, and being free from judgment, being free from the societal norms, from the dictates that society imposes on us. But since we have this privilege, since we have this freedom, and a lot of people might not have this privilege of being free, of being autonomous. Hence, there lies a great responsibility on us people who consider ourselves as free to exercise some conscious choices in helping people around us, in helping people achieve the state of freedom that we feel we are also entitled to, that we feel that we have also been privileged with. So those were my remarks, and thank you so much, Ayushi.
Thank you so much for trying. And I completely agree that if you have freedom and you are in limelight and people listen to you, you should use it with responsibility. Now, can I have my next speaker? I could see that the Toastmaster Manisha has just joined. Manisha, do you want to like pick any topic?
Hi, yes, sure.
So your topic is freedom lies in being bold. Toastmaster Manisha, freedom lies in being bold. Over to you, Manisha.
I'm sorry, Aishi, could you just repeat? Freedom lies in being bold?
Bold, yeah. Freedom lies in being bold.
All right, thank you for the topic, table topic master Ayushi. Freedom lies in being bold. I think to me, freedom as growing up meant the ability to go out of the house at any point of time, regardless of worrying about whether I would be safe on the streets or not, whether I would be able to, wear the clothes that I want to wear, without feeling judged, without feeling like people around would question or would sort of make judgment about who I am as a person on the basis of what I am doing or where I'm going, what time I'm going, what are the kind of choices I'm making. And I think as a kid in school, I was always the good student, always doing the good things, the good marks, always doing what the parents suggested. So I think as growing up, I was not always as bold, and I did not always make the choices that I thought I could have made. But as growing up, I have realized that in order to realize the true freedom, in order to feel that you have you do have the resources and opportunities that you want to do, but in order to be truly free and make those choices, it's important for you to be bold, and it's important for you to not be scared, I would say, or not feel like you're letting other people down by making choices that are making you feel free. So I think from my personal experiences, I can definitely vouch for that, and I can definitely agree with that, that in order for you to feel free, it's important for you to be bold and do what you want to do. Thank you. Over to you, table topic master Ayushi.
Thank you, Manisha. Even I agree with the statement that in order to in these times, in order to exercise our freedom, we need to be bold. Can I have my next Toastmaster? Mehul, do you want to try? Toastmaster Mehul, do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So the topic for you is, just give me a moment. The genuine love gives it all, it protects, and no strings attached. Toastmaster Mehul, a genuine love gives it all, it protects, and no strings attached. I think we have lost Mehul. I think we have lost Mehul. Someone else want to try?
We had Aishwarya just come in. We can ask him, and then we can go to Kapil.
Hello. Hi,
Aishwarya.
Hi, Aishwarya. Can you hear us? So Padma, do you want to take up this topic?
Sure. So
shall I repeat the topic?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, please.
So it says that a genuine love gives it all, it protects, and no strings attached. Toastmaster Padma, a genuine love gives it all, it protects, and no strings attached.
I remember the time that I was in Nairobi. There was the kite festival that was going on. And up above were so many kites of different colors, of different shapes, with different types of tails. Young and old, everybody had gathered out onto the grounds, and they were all busy flying their kites. I have never flown a kite in my life. However, I gathered courage and I said, look, I'm going to try it this time. I love my kite, and I am going to make sure that while I take it to the topmost heights, at that stage, I will make sure that it will have no string attached. I will give it its freedom, because that is the way I want to show the love to that kite. And so I did. Took the kite to the topmost levels, much above what the other kites were flying, essentially because my kite was such an aerodynamic kite. When I felt that the time was right to give it autonomy, to give it the freedom, to give it the right to go where it will, I took off my hands from the string. No strings attached now. And the kite was able to fly away in all its glory. It's another fact that I never got to see that kite again. But as they say, let your loved ones go. If they come back to you, they truly love you. And if they don't, they did not love you in the first place. So my dear kite, I loved you. You did not love me. That's perfectly all right. We will live with that. Thank you very much. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Padma. So you made me reminded of my childhood days when I used to love flying kites. And I'm sure that everyone do enjoy these sessions. Now can I have the Toastmaster Rupinder to come up and speak on the topic?
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So the topic for you is that the freedom of thought and expression is one of the most scared thoughts in this country. The freedom of thought and expression is one of the scared thoughts in this country.
One of the, I didn't get the topic.
Scared thoughts in this country.
Scared as in afraid, fear.
Sacred. I think sacred.
Sacred.
Sorry.
Sacred. Okay. In my opinion, I believe that the freedom of thought and expression is indeed the most sacred of all thoughts. I draw your attention upon the entity that got us here. Atheists, you will cringe. I'm talking about God. Even God does not impose any barriers or conditions on our thoughts. We are free to think what we like. We are free to believe what we like. It is when we try to convince others of our thoughts and beliefs that things start becoming a problem. But even the most imprisoned person, even the person who is imprisoned and bound in chains, is locked in a dark room with no light, even he has the freedom of thought and expression. And what better example this Independence Day than that of the African leader, Nelson Mandela. The story goes that he was once having lunch and he asked his security detail to get a man sitting next to his table. When that person came, his hands were shaking. So his security person asked, Mandiba, that's how he was called. Why is this person's hand shaking? Mandela replied, because he's afraid. He's the guard that used to torture me every day. And today, my first thought could be that I should take revenge, but then I'm still a prisoner. Being a prisoner is not about being chained or being handcuffed or being behind bars. The real prison lies over here. And once you break out of that prison, you will have the freedom of thought and expression, the most sacred freedom.
Thank you, Rupinder. It's always so good to hear you, the way you start and the way you include the story as well. I'm sure that there's so much to learn from you. Now, can I have my last table topic uh, contestant? I guess almost everyone is covered.
Ishwarya.
Aishwarya.
Yeah.
So the last topic for you is that don't let negative thoughts rule you. Don't let negative thoughts rule you.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. So don't let negative thoughts rule you. Yes, I follow that strategy for me in my daily life cycle, in my way of thinking, how I plan things. Because if you see around your work area, your living area, everywhere anywhere you go, you'll see negative thoughts. It's a kind of thing that you can't ignore. You're walking on a road, you see someone helping a beggar, someone's also abusing a side rider. It could be anything. You can just, I was just driving a mint bag, so I take this example. So you can't ignore negativity, but you can't let it rule your the whole day or the plan or the scenario, the way you are feeling. Because once it get into you, negativity is like contagious. Once you are negative, you spread negativity everywhere. You can easily meet people like who are all negative all the time. Even they have been on such a great path or journey. Even then you see their success, you ask them about them, instead of helping you out or encouraging you, they will be like, it's not going well. Even most of the people who are here, like I know some of them who are like working, instead they are earning good, they are having nice houses, they are having a good family, but you ask them if everything is not, they're not satisfied, because negativity is the thing that rules you and that makes a kind of barrier in your field. And if you let that barrier go, if you make it run, then everything's very quiet, peaceful and lovely. Like as an example, if you see that you are the things you are having right now could be a dream for someone, and maybe could be a peanuts for someone, but it's up to you how you want to live it. And it's up to your thought process how you let it be. If you want to rule it, if negativity rules you, then it's nothing for you, then you're not going to be satisfied for the whole time or any time. But if you let it go, then yes, you are satisfied. That's how I think I should not let negativity rule my thoughts. Thanks.
Wonderful try on this. And I agree with the point that one should always be very positive, howsoever the situation comes. Now, this ends to a great session. I'm thankful to all of you who took part in this session. So hearing all of you was so much fun and at the same time learning. Now, can we have the polls for the best table topic speaker for today? The polls are done almost. Now I will hand over the stage to Toastmaster Ragini. Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Ayushi. And that was some extremely wonderful words that got into my ears. With this, let us prepare ourselves for a group fee. So gallery view on and your poses. You're free to make poses, right? We're talking about freedom here, so do anything.
Can you just have an emoticon on the screen so that when I take the screenshot, I'll have a screenshot of emoticons? Your favorite emoticons, please. 1, 2, and 3, your emoticons. Yeah, I got a few of them.
Okay, Ravinder, you have to tell us when to stop.
Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you. And now that we have started expressing our thoughts, tell me honestly, After looking at the poster of the meeting, no strings attached, how many of you thought of those interpersonal romantic relationships? Okay, I see some honest raise of hands and some hidden. Thank you. Now, see, that's where I am coming from. Our thinking is constrained, but our freedom is not. This one track thinking is built into our DNA of our culture. It's built into the DNA of our human intuition, and that's what needs to be changed. It is all of these things that makes us who we are, and with the freedom we have fought for years ago, we really can be ourselves and not the slaves of the society, social media, external factors, Ragini, anything under the sun. Our freedom fighter, Martin Luther King, rightly quotes, freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. With this determination in your hearts and minds, let's now move on to our most important evaluation section. To conduct the same, I'd like to call back my dear friend and a phenomenal Toastmaster, Toastmaster Vishakha Sharma.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ragini. See, we all have freedom to speech and expression, and as responsible citizens and as responsible members of the society, we need to learn to express ourselves so that our speeches are always very impactful. I'll start the evaluation section with the speech evaluation. For this, I would like to invite the first evaluator, Toastmaster Manpinder, to evaluate the speech by distinguished Toastmaster Padma Kumar. Toastmaster Manpinder.
Thank you, Vishakha. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, what an honor to evaluate Mr. Padma Kumar's icebreaker today. Tap, tap, tap. We all were captivated by the 4 phases of Padma Kumar's life. It was really hard to evaluate your speech, Mr. Padma Kumar, since you were perfect in all the components required for a perfect speech. The first thing that I liked most about your speech was the speech structure. You started with the tap, 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 presented your 4 phases, then ended with the tap, tap. This shows how clear you were in your presentation of entire speech and how you wanted to present your entire life in just 4 to 6 minutes. A little touch of humor in your anecdotes or when you were describing things was something that made the audience really enjoy your speech even more. And the little smile on your face throughout the speech showed that how confident you were while presenting and that you thoroughly enjoyed the speech as much as we did. We totally admire your entire confidence and your gestures throughout. Coming to the next point, your vocal variety. That is the command on your tone and the volume was unmatchable. We could really sense and imagine the situations when you said what your friends told you, or when you said that you felt guilt, and when you said the word passion. We could see with all these expressions when you mentioned the bumps on the road, and then when you described all your cards. You were extremely, I would say, perfect in all those things on, showing your emotions in the situations. Coming next to the hand gestures, your hand movement was very natural. However, we felt that your left hand was used much more than the right hand, which is also fine, but we can position your screen in such a way that at least your both hands are visible, though one is resting, but we can see both hands. So from the next time, you can just move your screen a little backwards so we can just see till this part. Your gestures needs to be visible. Overall, you appeared completely self-assured with the audience, with proper eye contact, conveying your emotions. At the end, I would say, Mr. Padma Kumar, you are an exemplary speaker, and we learned a lot from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvinder. Next, I would like to invite the second evaluator, Toastmaster Mehul, for evaluating distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh's speech. Toastmaster Mehul, can we please have you on the stage?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishaka. Oh, wow, is what I exclaimed after the end of the speech. How beautifully the speech began with this quote by John Carlyle and was woven in such a way that it ended with the same. The speaker had a well-planned coherence that ran throughout the speech. The beginning, then the body molden form of a story, conclusion beginning with a moral and ending with what it began with. So that was a beautiful a piece of cloth that was woven throughout the circle. What it began with here, it ended after the round circle right there. A very well job done there. It made it so much more comprehensible and attention grabbing throughout the run. Great work there. The inclusion of theatrics that ran throughout the speech was marvelous. Two incidences. Number one, in form of the dialogue between the British economist as well as Mahatma Gandhi. A beautiful spice that it added, the necessary element, the necessary salt that was needed to the speech in form of dialogue was added. A great job done there as well. Second element of theatrics that was brought on stage was visual description. The giant ball of fire, you. So these visual descriptions made the message comprehensible beyond the description of words. So what could be seen was so much more impeccable and immaculate. But as the speaker himself mentioned, it is always how far that we see how far we have come. Let's pause, introspect, and see how far we can go. Let's see how far we can travel ahead. I found there's a technical recommendation that I have for the speaker. There was voice modulation that went deep, that the drops at the end of sentences were faintly audible or they were inaudible at certain point. So the drop was, if you see in form of frequency, it went down like this and did not come up to lead the next sentence up in. Few instances were unfortunate. It just went on. Unfortunately, it should have come up and that would have added the next sentence going on in a very beautiful manner. In case of pain, and especially pain, when a pain was to be expressed, in that situation, a certain drop with an extreme silence can be used. But in other cases, a slight upward mark is required. And so that helps the speaker to begin not from 0, but from 1 or 2. This will ensure a greater clarity and a greater visibility there. To summarize, I would say the speaker had a bang on coherence to the speech. Theatrics were brought in, visual imagery was brought in. Just keeping note of this slight voice modulating error, the speaker has miles to go. I wish the speaker all the best, and back to you, the general evaluator, Toastmaster Vishaka.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mehul. Can we please have the polls for the best evaluator? Poll Master, can you please launch the polls for the best evaluator? Meanwhile, to the time the polls are being launched, I would like to start evaluating the table topic speakers for today. First table topic was comedy is a delicate business, no strings attached. Toastmaster Avinash very beautifully attempted this topic. He used a personal example of how comedy cannot always be funny for everyone, and it's not something that is very generic. You also brought out the summary of the topic very well. Second table topic was kids will tell you the truth, no strings attached. It was attempted by Toastmaster Jim. Listening to you was like watching a short documentary with a wonderful life lesson at the end from your life experiences. Very beautiful attempt. The next topic was my life is a blank check, no strings attached. Toastmaster Deepika, you you described how different life choices you took at different phases of your life according to your wills. At the end, I believe that your entire speech was little hurried. You could have used a personal example as to how you decided something on your own without listening to anybody else as an example to just support your speech. The next topic was your love is so wireless, no strings attached. Like, very honestly, if this topic was given to me, I would not have attempted it the way Toastmaster Kanika did it. It was so nice to hear about your Independence Day rituals and how you stay connected to your people. So very beautiful link between the relationships. Kudos to you for that. Next topic was, I think freedom of speech is important, but it is coupled with responsibility. Pratima started with a quote, and you were so calm throughout the delivery. It did not feel like you were attempting an impromptu speech. Here also, I noticed that your ending was a little abrupt. You were doing really well, but at the end, it was a little hurried. Next topic was freedom lies in being bold. It was attempted by Manisha. You could have picked an example from your childhood where you felt that you could have been, but you were not bold, and then related it to how you would have taken a step during this phase of your life. It was a very wonderful attempt. The next topic was genuine love gives its all, it protects and no strings attached. Distinguished Toastmaster Padma, you are an amazing storyteller and you delivered a message with humor. Very well attempted. Freedom to speech and expression is a sacred of all thoughts. Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder, it was like I was listening to a prepared speech. Kudos to you for that. Next topic was don't let negative thoughts rule you. So I have Toastmaster Aishwarya, I have seen you deliver your first attempt and I've seen this attempt as well. And I want to commend you on the growth that you have achieved throughout with your consistency. Just keep it up. This was about the table topic speakers. Can we please have the polls for the best speaker? Poll master, can you please launch the polls? Thank you so much. Now, I would like to invite the grammarian for today to deliver the evaluation.
Thank you, Ms. General Evaluator. I'll be presenting my report I'll be sharing my screen to present my report. Now, listening to the autonomous views of all of you, I have recognized that the word of the day have been used 7 times, adding 1 more used by me, total by 8. I would like to highlight the speakers who used the word of the day. Toastmaster Ragini used it as a Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mehul as an evaluator, Toastmaster Jim as a table topic speaker, Toastmaster Deepika, Toastmaster Kanika, Toastmaster Pratima, and distinguished Toastmaster Padma Kumar as table topic speakers. Now, I observed a lot of creative usages of grammar. I would like to highlight the ones who appeal to me. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ragini, very beautifully used the idiom, choose my own moral compass. Also, she used some of the quotes written by our freedom fighters. Also, distinguished Toastmaster Padma Kumar used dark chocolate as a metaphor in his speech, and he also used the word epitaph, which was quite new to me as well. Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Kumar used a creative set of grammar, which included epitome, miraculous, vibrant democracy, disintegration. Now coming to our guest Jim, he used the word maneuver as a table topic speaker. Toastmaster Ayushi used a very innovative topic, which I would like to highlight as well. No strings attached, your love is so Wi-Fi. Toastmaster Mehul, as an evaluator, used some words like coherence, and also he used an idiom, piece of cloth woven throughout, in his speech to describe the way distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder represented his speech. He also used some of the words like theatrics and visual imaginary. Now coming to the awkward usages of grammar, I did not recognize much awkward usages as the speakers were quite prepared. There was only one usage, which was work area, which can be better rephrased as workplace. Also, there was one mispronunciation, which I would like our guest Jim to please pronounce for us all. Can you please pronounce this word?
Which word?
The one I have written in the mispronunciations.
Alternative and workplace.
In the mispronunciations column, I
see power.
Yes, this word was being mispronounced, and the correct pronunciation is given by our guest speaker, Power. And with this, I would like to sum up my report and hand it over to Ms. General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Subi, for this detailed report. Next, I would like to invite our counter for the day, Toastmaster Paramita. Can you please have you on the stage?
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator, and happy Independence Day to all of you. Could I get that screen sharing authority? So as a counter, my responsibility was to check on your filler words and crutch word, and I just share my screen to show the report. I hope the screen is visible. I hope screen is visible.
Yes, the screen is visible.
So yeah, here I just wanted to say that if you see this green, yellow, and red, so let me say that green indicates lesser than or equals to 1, which is used by speaker one time. Yellow indicates in between 1.1 to 5, and red is greater than equals to 5.1. So first of all, Ragini as in TUMOD didn't use any filler word or any crutch word. I couldn't touch upon. Similar, it is applicable for speaker 1, Padma Kumar, grammarian Survi, and speaker 2, Rupinder. As well as if I say in table topic section, it is again Padma Kumar and Rupinder. There is no crutch word and no filler words. Apart from that, there is an individual result is displayed in the screen, but if I can specifically say that 46 total filler word used in this today's meeting, and most usage is the crutch word and so, and we have improved in the area like means basically now, which is never used by any of the speaker. So this is my report, and I will share in our group chat this report today. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Paramita. Next, I would like to invite the timer for the day, Toastmaster Rama.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Now I would like to share my timer report. Meeting started well on time at 1:30 p.m. today, and I am happy to report that there was zero disqualification today. Many congratulations to all. Now coming to the prepared speakers, Toastmaster Padma Kumar spoke for 5 minutes 18 seconds, and Toastmaster Rupinder spoke for 6 minutes 43 seconds. Now coming to the table topics, Toastmaster Avinash spoke for 1 minute 34 seconds. Toastmaster Jim spoke for 1 minute 58 seconds. Toastmaster Deepika spoke for 1 minute 19 seconds. Toastmaster Kanika spoke for 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Pratima spoke for 1 minute 22 seconds. Toastmaster Manisha spoke for 1 minute 46 seconds. Toastmaster Padma Kumar spoke for 1 minute 54 seconds. Toastmaster Rupinder spoke for 2 minutes 28 seconds. And Toastmaster Aishwarya spoke for 1 minute 55 seconds. Now coming to the speech evaluators. Toastmaster Manpinder spoke for 3 minutes 5 seconds. And Toastmaster Mehul spoke for 2 minutes 57 seconds. Now coming to the tag role players. Toastmaster Surbhi spoke for 3 minutes 9 seconds. And Toastmaster Parimita spoke for 2 minutes 11 seconds. And mine is 2 minutes 8 seconds. Thank you so much. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rama. I would like to evaluate the role players in the meeting. I would like to begin with the Sergeant at Arms for today, Toastmaster Parimita. Thank you so much for starting the meeting on such an enthusiastic note. The rules were so clearly stated. Also, the introduction for PU was also very good. One thing that I would like to say that as SA, you get an opportunity to speak on the stage for 2 to 3 minutes in every meeting. So you can use this opportunity to bring up something innovative to say or link up your introductions with the theme that would do some of the groundwork for the Toastmaster of the day. So you can experiment it next time, like in some meetings, you can speak something that is related to the theme that would help you and the Toastmaster of the day as well. Moving over to the presiding officer for the day, Toastmaster Ayushi. You very beautifully connected your address to the theme for the day. Also, you made sure that all the guests are acknowledged. Just one pointer that in the presiding officer address, we need to acknowledge the presence of all the district officer. And I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Toastmaster Mehul and Toastmaster Avinash for attending our meeting today. Moving over to the Toastmaster of the day. Ragini, you have a very calming presence on the stage. What I could see was like you were very well prepared with what to say, how to say, and everything was very well delivered. You had an amazing audience connect. The speech pace was very, very nice, and as an audience member, I felt very connected to whatever you were speaking. The activity that you did gave you an audience connection in the very beginning. Also, I would like to appreciate that there was no place where the flow of the meeting was disrupted. All the polls were launched at the right times. All the feedbacks were taken at the right time. Kudos to you for that. Wonderful job. Next, I would like to evaluate my tag team, Grammarian. I would like to begin with the Grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Surbhi. The word of the day that you had chosen was very well connected to the theme. The report that you presented was very exemplary. It actually showed that you are an amazing listener and that you had put in a lot of effort while delivering the report. The presentation that you had created was very precise. Moving over to our counter for today, Paramita. So what I liked most about your report was that you had the notes with you where you specifically mentioned that which person used which filler words or pauses or anything. And also at the end, there was a very general evaluation for that our counter report as well. Like this particular, filler word is used these many times. So this gave a very general overview about the speeches that were made today. Our timer for today, you're a veteran timer for us, and there was your report was very flawless. Kudos to you for that, Toastmaster Rama. Next was a table topics section that was facilitated by Toastmaster Ayushi. You explained, in the very beginning, you explained what the table topic section is all about and the timing. It was very well stated. So what I liked most about the way you facilitated the topic was the titles were very, very nicely and very clearly stated, and they were very relevant to the theme. Also, you made sure that all the guests and all the people who haven't gotten a chance to speak gets a chance to speak in this. And then at the end, when there were no volunteers left, you picked up the people from the speakers itself. So very well facilitation for the section. Now I would like to begin with the general evaluation for the meeting. The meeting started on time. All the role players were available when the meeting room opened and the people started joining in. One wonderful thing about this meeting was that there were no backouts. All the role players were very well prepared, and they knew that what role they have to do and how they have to do it to the best of their ability. The theme for the meeting was very well related to the current event, the Independence Day, and it was very well attempted by our Toastmaster of the day. So as general evaluator, it was a very nice day for me in the office, and there was no cross communication in the chats that was going on. Congratulations to all the role players and speakers for making this meeting a success. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ragini.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for that completely elaborated and embellished report. I'd like to share my last quote for the day. The helium-filled balloons soar high when it is released from the strings attached to it. Similarly, if you unshackle yourself from the bonds of judgments, opinions, fears, you will find yourself soar higher. And that's the life with no strings attached. With this, I would now hand over the stage back to the presiding officer for the day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ragini, for such an amazing theme and making us realize that the importance of freedom in our mind, in our thoughts. Now, I would like to hear from our amazing guests that how they felt during the meeting. So, Jim, do you want to add on something? Your feedback, your suggestion?
Yeah, it was a great meeting and great theme to go with today. No strings attached, and the word of the day, everything seemed to match and gel together. I was a little bit surprised that Rupinder didn't have the background that he's been sending to everybody, asking everybody to use, and then he doesn't use it. Anyway, it's all fun. Back to you, Ayushi.
Thank you, Jim. And we are very glad that when you joined this meeting, all the way from another country, and also like thanks for putting the Indian flag as well. So nice to see that. Can I have another guest? Toastmaster Mehul, do you want to add something?
I would like to add one thing, that is, thank you so much for inviting me. I loved spending my Independence Day afternoon with you guys. It was beautiful, a beautiful afternoon, certainly. And thank you for having me. Loved it. Back to you, presiding officer.
Thank you, Mayur, to see that you're so glad and happy, like celebrating Independence Day today, and the same feeling like we also have. Anyone else like to add on something? Kanika, Avinash.
Yeah, Toastmasters, I like that. Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me, Rupinder, Toastmaster Rupinder and Toastmaster Ragini. It was an amazing meeting. Loved the speeches, and everything was perfect today. I'm in line with what Toastmaster Mehul has said. I actually had an amazing afternoon today in today's meeting. Thank you so much, guys. Over to you, Toastmaster.
The pleasure was all ours, Avinash, that you attended this meeting, and keep joining the next meetings as well. Kanika, do you want? Sorry, Avinash, you were saying something.
I was about to say for sure, yeah.
Thank you.
Kanika is a member.
Kanika, do you want to say?
Yeah, I would just like to say that I could feel the hard work and the detailing which went into today's meeting. And as a participant, I had a great time. Each and every topic was very thoughtfully decided, and even the detailing, like the background and everything, it added the fun element. And sitting in our rooms also, we can feel a celebration of Independence Day. So great job, and you guys have done really a great job today. Had a great time.
Thank you, Kanika, for this encouragement. Padma, you were saying something?
Yeah, I just want to say that I love the theme, no strings attached. And also I want to mention that I promised to Ragini that after my speech, I would get the virtual background on, and I'm keeping it on because I want you all to see what a wonderful sight it is when a chocolate colored person uses a background like this. That's the impact. That's the effect. Now, if you don't get sleep tonight, don't blame me. You know whom to blame. It's Ragini who suggested that I should have it on for at least some time. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Padma, and keep attending this meeting. It's always a pleasure to have you here in the meeting. Now I will hand over the stage to Toastmaster Rupinder to announce the winners for today's meeting. Over to you, Rupinder.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayushi. I have the results ready. I'm just about to share the screen, and Padma, I have a screenshot of you with your background. I'm going to share it on the Spearhead guests group. They should also, why should they be spared of the torture? Okay, now let us go over to our results. So here goes. Again, like I said, our automated system for generating certificates. So let's start with the top 3 table topic speakers, beginning from the third best speaker for today. And Jim, you really need to up your game, because last time also you were best speaker number 3. This time also you are the best table topic speaker number 3. Thank you. The best table topics speaker number 2. Now, whenever she comes and does a topic, a table topic, she invariably gets she's invariably is in the top 3 table topic speaker. I only wish that I would hear her speak. I would love to listen to her icebreaker. I hope that is coming soon, preferably while I'm still alive. Many congratulations, Kanika Dalmi.
Thank you so much. And definitely the icebreaker has been long pending. Sure, very soon.
Okay, the best table topic speaker today. I think I should just have this perma-linked or something, by default. A. Padma Kumar once again. Great job on the Independence Day. Our best speech evaluator had the honor of evaluating me. That's how I cause people to win. You know, I give horrible speeches that gives a lot of scope for improvement, and people think that they're the next best thing since the wheel was invented. Many congratulations, Naveen Sehgal. I'm a giving person. What can I say? The best auxiliary role player. Well, it was initially a very close fight, but in the event, in the end, the butler, I mean the grammarian, edged out just by that little bit. Many congratulations, Surveen Mittal. The best role player today. This was more of a one-sided fight. And, it is said that good things come in small sizes, even though they try to be high heels to look tall. Many congratulations, Ragini Rajpa. The best speaker for today has a weird screenshot on my screen right now. Many congratulations. Good job. And I am actually going to write an icebreaker around when I use a tricycle to a bicycle to a scooter, car, and then I got back to a motorcycle, and then I ride a bike these days, a bicycle these days. With that, I will stop sharing. I will hand it back to the presiding officer, and I will also ask if there is anything we need to discuss, or should I stop the recording? Ragini, you're saying something, but the words are not coming out, so you have to unmute yourself.
Yes, I think we can stop the recording.
Thank you very much. Stopping recording now.